All right. Whoa, things are a little grainy today, but we'll make it work. I'm just on the laptop camera again. So it fits more space. I can actually have my arms above my head, reach out to the sides, all the things that are important when you're teaching. So the new webcam, for some reason, did not like my space. It wanted me to back up. So we made some adjustments. Welcome into class, everyone. I did just move it over a little because I like it on this side of the room a little bit more as far as showing more of our movements. Isn't that funny how when you turn the camera, though, it makes it tip even though it's flat? See, at least I can touch the ceiling now. All right, let's get this show on the road. So welcome into class. If you have a fitness tracker, turn it on. And away we go. So welcome to Metabolic Challenge. I'm Coach Clint. If you haven't been here before, this class is based in metabolic training, so it is a higher intensity class. If you have any questions about that, make sure you throw it in the chat box. The chat window is open. I can't see it. I will get to it when I mention or when I see those things. If you want to use weights for this class, you're more than welcome to, but you can also do this class as body weight, and that's awesome. I will come and meet you wherever you're at within this class environment. So if you have questions or if you need a regression, something a little easier to do, please let me know. Today's class is going to be timed. It just helps with keeping the flow of the class. You're definitely going to want water, maybe a mat down on your floor. And we are on a split today, which means we're going to do lower pull. So those hamstrings, glutes, and back muscles, along with an upper push, so working the chest and the overhead pressers today. So that being said, welcome into our hypertrophy class, which just means time under tension. We're going to make these muscles a little sore today. So let's kick things off with a nice little warm up and let's get after it. So down on the ground, let's start with a nice bent knee hamstring. So we're actually going to start with a mobility piece. So straighten one leg out. Notice how I make it look like I'm going to stand on the wall down there. And I'm going to pull this other knee to my chest as tight as I can and then kick that leg up. I will not get this leg straight. This is an active stretch. So we are actually trying to overstretch this by pulling that knee to our chest and then driving that foot up. Try to pull your toe back towards your shin. We're going to go for about 30 seconds on each side. So if you're sore from this weekend or from your workouts last week or anything like that, you can hold the stretch just a little bit longer. 2, 1, go ahead and switch to the other side. I just wanted to start today off with a really nice mobility practice. So just trying to get into those hamstrings a little bit. Mine were very sore after last week's hypertrophy class. So I'm ready to make sure that I'm active today and feeling good throughout this entire workout. 3, 2, 1. Now let's go glute bridge. Now we've opened up those hamstrings. Bring those heels back towards your glutes. Reach down, make sure you can touch those heels. And now we're going to drive up nice and high. So we're going to squeeze through the glutes, pushing those hips up. Okay, we do this by lengthening ourselves out from our shoulders to our knees. Then we're going to lower things back down. There you go, all the way up. Squeeze at the top, lower back down. If you need to check your glutes or your hamstrings to make sure you're active there, just give them a nice little love tap. Okay, you're here, you're working out. It's always nice to give some credit where credit is due to those muscles. Don't let your ribs balloon up. That would be a loss of core stability. So that's where you go like this. You look funny. Try to keep those ribs pointed down toward your hips. 3, 2, 1. Nice. 90-90. Just turn to your side. Tuck up in a nice little ball here. Now for more advanced, if you have more mobility, you can straighten that bottom leg out and just bring that top knee over the top. I like to glue my knees together, make sure they're stacked up nice and straight. We're just going to come straight up and over the top with this 90-90 today. Use that breath to try to release, get a little bit more mobility in. So you're just getting a little extra into that reach as you kind of let that breath take you just a little bit further into this stretch. Okay, now this is getting into those hips. It's getting into your T-spine. It's getting into your shoulders. So it's a great way to kind of get that total body stretch going right off the get-go. Again, we're on an A-split, so we're going to be doing more in the posterior chain, but that doesn't mean there's going to be some total body work in here also. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Same setup on the other side. If you want to break dance to the other side, you can. I'm not that good at it. It's an Olympic sport. I'm not good at it. I'm not going to join the Olympics for it. You can tell by the way I can turn around, right? Use that breath. Funny story, a friend of mine, when we were in high school, we thought because we were wrestlers, we could be break dancers because we do some of those moves. Yeah, we couldn't. We weren't very good at it. You have to have rhythm and stuff. So use that breath. Don't lose that structure. So you want to still maintain core stability here. Think about trying to rotate everything nice and straight, or as straight as you can, instead of trying to get like the arm to go, then the shoulder, and then try to, because then you just kind of disassociate things. We want this to be kind of a flow movement. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go bird dog position. So quadruped, knees under my hips, hands under my shoulders. Do a couple of cat-cows here just to find that neutral spine. Plus, it helps to loosen things up. Okay, so just do a couple of here. Find that nice kind of spot in your spine where it just is comfortable. Okay, once you find that spot, that's when you lock those ribs in. So think about tightening up your core just a little bit. Let's go opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching, tucking in. Nothing moves except for the arm and leg. Everything else is stable. So my back and my hips should not be moving other than what has to move to get those legs to straighten out. Okay, so everything else should be nice and solid. I'm relying on that core stability. 3, 2, 1, switch to the other side. Okay, nice switch here. Again, making sure that I'm not allowing this to happen. Okay, I don't want this arch and round. I want nice and flat through my posture. This is a great way to reset your posture if you've been at your desk a lot during the day. Obviously, it doesn't work very well in a cube, but if you're working from home, it works really nice to kind of get that core to support everything again. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Up on your feet. Okay, here we go. We're going to start things off with a total body stretch. We're going to go world's greatest right off the get-go. So big strider stretch to the front of the room. Okay, just a big open lunge step. Hands come to the inside. Elbow goes to the instep. Notice that back leg's not passive. I'm trying to stay active and driving my heel back. Elbow goes to the instep. Big rotation, looking where your hand is going. Hand now comes to the outside of that leg. Straighten it out. Again, that hamstring starting to go, and then you drive up. Good. I can't see the numbers right now, but I'm assuming we have a good size class again, which is awesome. I want you all to take advantage of these classes, learn a lot, make sure you're getting to understand some of these movements and how we progress, regress them. Again, if you have questions, let me know in the chat, or you can always set up a time to chat with me off of the class. Okay, let's go 5 of those on each side. 5 of them on each side. Once you get that flow, remember elbow to instep, rotation, look where that hand's going, hand to the outside, straighten that leg, drive up. This is a great one to do before like a long run too. Okay, so if you're going to go out and practice your 400-meter race, this is a great one to do. Good. So yeah, we can always set up time, walk through some of these programs, ideas and stuff. I am in the process of uploading some of these, so you might even see this video by the end of the week popping in, which is great. Allows you some access to watch some of these after the fact. Continue to do some work. There you go. Awesome. So you can speed these up, you can slow them down, but you want to hit all those little pieces each time. Grab water anytime you need it. My nice trusty little glass of water here. I gotta be sparing, though. I gotta be sparing on my water. No, it's just I didn't fill it up very much. Awesome. So once you're done there, okay, no rush, no rush. Let's go just a nice deep squat to hamstring, really working on the hamstring side of that. So we're just going to deep squat down just so we kind of open things up in the hips. As soon as you hit that bottom, glue those hands to the ground. Try to straighten those legs up as much as you can. Hold for 2 breaths. And then you're going to roll up. Nice and slow. Now, when we roll up, you want to kind of uncoil your spine. So you are trying to curl 1 vertebrae at a time coming up. This one's a little slower. That's fine. Okay. You're opening up space in your posterior chain. You're using those glutes. You're using those hamstrings to pull to the top. And anytime you get some more mobility in your spine, the better it feels in doing your workouts and stuff, allowing your core to help stabilize instead of those back muscles being so tight that you can't do what you need to do. So again, we're going for 5 here. 5 of these guys. Okay, nice, easy movement. Nothing too stressful yet. We're going to start ramping things up now. Okay, this is our first technical movement, and then we're going to actually go into our general movement like we've been doing. So let's go. Hand walk, push up, hand walk back. Okay, so hand walk out, hand walk back. So reach to the sky, forward fold, hand walk out to your plank position. Come down with a nice push up, all the way down, all the way up. Drive those hips up and walk those hands back. This is actually our first movement. We're going to pair this with our general movement. Okay, so coming down, hand walking out. Let's get 5 of these. Now, if you're one of my shoulder peeps and you're having a hard time with hand walks or hard time with push-ups, let me know. But you can either just stay down in a plank and work on that stability, or you could do a couple of push-ups. This is a tough movement to do for everybody. Now we're going 5 reps so that we're getting a good little extra push in and really working those hamstrings. Once you're back up to your feet, take a quick breath, and then we're going to go 30 seconds of seal jacks today. So working on that chest. So that's a wide narrow. You're clapping for yourself. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds here. Again, getting that heart rate up a little, opening up that chest. It's a great way to, again, work on those pecs. Get yourself ready for our upper push today. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, take a quick breath. We have 1 more quick round of that. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Forward fold, hand walk out, nice push up, all the way down, all the way up. We're going 5 reps again. Okay. Now I'm a little bit more able to do the hand walk out than the hand walk back. My hamstrings definitely get a lot tighter on the back. So you might see a little bend in the knees. That's fine. It's kind of like doing an RDL. It's keeping my posture and I still get a stretch in my hamstrings. That's how tight mine are. Okay, so everybody's going to be a little different. If you're more able to keep a flat back, you're not wrong. Okay, or flat legs, I mean, you're not wrong. So don't feel like you have to bend your legs. All right, after your 5, let's go into our jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1, let's go. There you go, nice and easy. Kicking things off, getting that heart rate up a little bit. We're going to go into our hypertrophy piece first, and then we'll hit our cardio at the end. Great job, good job, good job. See, I'm clapping for you, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, if you need a quick drink, grab one, okay? So that was kind of our neural activation for today. We're skipping our drop squats and stuff, which is fine. We're gonna go into our first move. Okay, first move today. Single leg RDL. So I'm going across my body. Okay, so my weight is on the opposite side of my base. Now, if you want to work more on the foundation side, if your balance is really bad still and you don't want to hold on to a wall or something, go staggered stance. Okay, So staggered stance, snapping to the top. If you feel more confident in your balance, you want to go cross reach, that's great. Totally up to you. We're going 30 seconds on. Okay, we're going to go both sides. So we're going to go 30, straight to the 30 on the other side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember to drive that heel back if you are going single leg. And then you're going to try to keep everything as straight as possible. Upper body's nice and flat, nice and strong. Slight bend in that base leg is fine. It's not a squat. It's not a reverse lunge. So you are trying to hinge over that hip. There you go. Good. Nice work. Deep breaths as you're working. 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Okay, so find that balance, find that hinge. Keep that back leg as straight as possible. Now, if you're fighting your balance, again, you can use a wall, you can use a desk, you can use a chair, or if you're still struggling, go into that staggered stance. Remember to line your toe up with your heel. Make yourself as straight as possible within that hip. Okay, so nice upper body straight. Take that hip to the back of the room. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Now, if you don't have weights, okay, you can do all this stuff without weights. If you don't have a weight, you're just going to go into your push-ups. If you have weights, and I only have one, so I'm going to demo with both, or pretend I have two. We're going to come down. We're going to drive halfway up, come down, drive all the way up. Okay, so that's your time and a half. If you're doing push-ups, you're just going to negative count yourself. So you're going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the way down, and then come up however you want. Okay, for 30 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you hit the bottom, you can come up however you want. Okay, so rep and a half or negative push-ups. Ready, 2, 1, go. And I'll show the negative push-ups the next round. Oh, I forgot the half rep right there. So half rep up, back down, drive up. So that's your time under tension. Our time under tension for our upper body, for the upper push, for the bench, or for the push-up is where you are doing that negative count. Okay, most everybody I know in this class has some sort of weights. So you are fine to do this rep and a half. 30 seconds of work here. Now remember, this is the more strength-based piece of this program. We'll get into our cardio towards the end. We will burn out, I promise, at least a little bit. Good, we got to get the strength work in though. That's how you get stronger and you can actually work harder when it comes to metabolic capacity. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's go. Toe touches. So for my more flexible members, you might be able to get those legs straight up in the air. Okay, I have to have a slight bend in mind, but we're reaching behind our head, reaching for those toes. Each time, if that's too much, come to the dead bug position and do it here. Don't let your core be lazy. You got to keep things active the entire time. So don't let those ribs balloon. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath for 30 seconds of this activity. It would be very hard on you, okay? Don't do it. Make sure you're breathing. Oxygen is your friend. You're halfway right now. Then we're going to go back to the top with our staggered stance or single leg RDL. There you go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. About 10 seconds back to the top. I'm missing the Olympics already. And I think the Paralympics starts next week, I believe. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I can relive my Olympics. There you go. Nice, strong position. Actually, I think somebody said Paramount's going to televise the whole thing too. So that's really cool. Good. Keep that core tight. A lot of core work in this one today. Okay, so even this right here is core. Bench press and push-ups is core. Okay, and then obviously your toe touches, you know it. Okay, kick that leg back nice and strong. About 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch when you're ready. Let's go. Okay. Awesome. Now the time under tension here is just you're getting a lot of reps in. Okay, so it's just higher capacity. We don't need to put timing on this, but if you wanted to slow it down, if it doesn't feel hard enough, just kick that leg back, slow it down, kind of like the negative push-ups. Okay, 10 more seconds. Come on, come on, come on. You're doing so good today. Y'all are working hard. I love it. 3, 2, 1. Now, if you did not know what I was talking about in the push-ups and you need some advice, check out up here. I'm going to go from my knees, but you can do this from your toes or elevated. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm just going to slow on the way down, and then you can come up however you want. You don't have to do an actual push-up, and then you reset. Okay, but if you want that push, you can just push up after doing your negative. And I'm fine if it's not a full 5 seconds. That's just a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drive. You just want that slow drop. That's what you're looking for, is how controlled can you be? 2, 1, rest. There's baby screaming downstairs. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's really funny. Okay, you work. It doesn't feel like you're working as hard, maybe because you're not breathing as hard. You're putting more effort in as far as maybe with the strength side of things, but it doesn't feel like it, right? But the numbers don't lie. When you look at like your fitness tracker, your heart rate might not be as high, but our calories burn add up so fast when we're doing any sort of strength training. So 2, 1, rest. If you ever wonder why we phase things out, why there's days where we do way more cardio and not, and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why we're giving your body a chance to adapt, but we're also keeping it guessing. Helps with keeping you going. Plus, it's more fun that way. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I'm going staggered stance. My balance was getting a little compromised. I wasn't feeling my hamstrings as much as I was my lower back because I was cheating a little. So now I can keep way better form here. So I'm engaging my back. I'm using my hamstrings and glutes way more. They're already screaming at me right now. We're halfway through this set right here. Okay, and then we'll go one more total. We're going 4 complete. 2, 1, switch. Actually, I'm going to stay on this side. Just stagger different. There we go. Now you can see the slight bend in the knee. The hip goes back, right? Trying to close the door behind me with my hands loaded with groceries. Okay, we can kick the door, but then you probably scratch your paint, right? So don't do that. Use your glutes. Well, if you're using Levi's, though, your button on the back might scratch. I don't know. You know, I used to wear Levi's all the time. My mom would buy them for me. I don't get them anymore. I have to go to the farm store to get them. Good. Keep that core engaged. Nice flat back, looking about a foot in front of you. Remember, you want to trace kind of that half circle with your eyes so it keeps your spine completely neutral. 3, 2, 1, rest. 1.5 rep push-ups or bench for me. 2, 1, go. So I'm going neutral grip, but if you want to go wide, you can do the same thing wide. If you want to go into that dead bug position, you know you can do that. If you want to challenge your core a little bit more, maybe a little more time under tension on your core. There we go. We're all working. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Again, I can't see the numbers yet. We'll do our shout outs in between rounds. And then we're going to get after our next set, which is going to be in that more cardio-based piece. We will have an active rest movement, which is more in that strength realm, but it's going to tie into our main mover muscle this time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Toe touches. Okay, And you all know what the main mover is, right? It's the hamstrings. 2, 1, let's go. So even this move right here, we're working those hamstrings because you're trying to keep straight legs here as best as possible. There you go. Now, I normally, towards the end, when my back starts to maybe bother me because I'm not able to keep my core quite as tight, I shorten the lever a little, helps me to stay in that safe zone. 2, 1, and rest. We have one more. One more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Staggered stance RDL. Snap to the top. Make sure you're maintaining core stability. Okay, I know your core might be getting a little tired. That's okay. Everyone's a little different. If it is a little tired, maybe lighten the load. Okay, don't sacrifice form. Don't round. Keep everything nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Switch and go. This is our last round. This should be the pretty one. Okay, this is your good one right here. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Keep pushing. Again, this is maybe not as metabolic right now. We're getting through that strength piece. We'll get into that power piece next. Okay, there you go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. I am sweating though. And we are at about 260. 2, 1, go. Slow it down, coach. Slow down that push-up. Get that 3, 2, 1, and drive. There. Much better. Much better. Don't just drop and go. Now, if some of you have done the hypertrophy before, you know we've done pause push-ups in the past. Great way to work on your upper push is to pause at the top, pause halfway, pause at the bottom, even for like a second or two each. Really builds the strength and stamina of those muscles. And rest. Good toe touches. Last piece of this round. We'll take a quick break. We'll do our shout out, and then we'll get into our cardio piece. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, for the next round, and I'll tell you this right now, so during the break, you can go switch out equipment if you need to. We're going to be doing our swings, okay, as our explosive piece. You're going to go leg curls, okay? So you're going to need your sliders or any way to slide your feet on the floor. If you don't have a way to do that, we can use walkouts instead. So we're just going to double up on those hamstrings. We're going to go push press, so make sure you have a weight that you can throw over your head. And we're going to go into another core piece and rest. Good job. Okay, so we're going to go explosive, prime mover, press, and then core. That's going to be our next round. We're going to get after it. It's going to be fun. Make sure you are ready. So we have 12 people in here right now, which is awesome. Maybe more if I dive into it. We have Alejandro, Chuck, Ere, Hendricks, Jeanette, John, Josh, Katie, Kim, Liz, Manny, Nikki, Rashri. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I look good today. They changed some filters or something on Zoom. Awesome. Well, let's get after it. And again, we're about to hit that next level. So make sure you grab some water. Make sure you have everything ready. Now, I don't have a way to do leg curls. I can use my foam roller, which is probably what I'll do, which is right here. It rolled away from me. Foam roller. Okay, so we can do leg curls on something like this, or you can just do glute bridge walkouts. So this next round, this is going to be your hard piece, okay? If you want to stick with me, you're more than welcome to, but this is going to be in as many rounds as possible in the next about 10 minutes, okay? We're going to go 10-minute, as many rounds as possible. So what that means is I'm going to give you numbers for each of these. We're going to all go through one round together. And then it's up to you if you want to throw extra rest in there as you go. Okay, you are more than welcome to just go boom, 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 boom. But we've talked about rest and performance in the past. Totally up to you how you want to attack this, though. Okay, we're going to start with our swings. Okay, swings. We're going to keep the numbers really easy. I'm going to set the timer. If you want to stick with me, you can. So when I rest, you rest type thing. Totally up to you. So what we're going to do, this first round, we're all going to go together, though. We're going to grab our kettlebell or our dumbbells, and we're going to do our swings. So we're going to hike. We're going to stand up tall. We're going to snap those glutes forward. We're going for 10 reps. Okay, so go ahead and join in with me. Use those hips to drive that weight. This is where those hamstrings come in and really elevate the movement. So 10 reps. Once you're done with those 10 reps, you're going to set your kettlebell to the side. We're dropping right down to the floor. This is so that those hamstrings are already active and tired. And we're going to bridge up. You're going to roll out or slide out, and then you're going to roll back. Okay, so again, foam roller is not the best, but it works. I can roll out and roll back using those hamstrings. If you're sliding out, sliding back, you can do that. That's 10 reps also. If you're doing glute bridge walkouts, you're just going to walk out as far as you can, walk on back. Okay, your choice on how you're doing that, 10 reps. Okay, so I got 5 more to go. 5 more to go. So this is the active rest piece. This is the actual resting piece here. So don't feel like it's not. It is. It's supposed to be. Okay, perfect. Now you're up on your feet. Push press. Most of you might already be there. We know what push press looks like. You're grabbing double whatever. You're putting it up. You get that slight bend in the knees. Drive that weight up. Bring it down with control. 10 reps here. Okay, now if you're a shoulder person, you can just do this as a non-weighted movement and work through the mobility of it. There you go, 10 reps. Then we have our little cardio core. Wow, that was hard to say when coach's brain is dying. Okay, so now this is your choice. I'll leave you a choice here. You can do mountain climbers, okay, or you can do atomic crunches. And you can make this as hard as you want. So if you want to add an extra push, this is where your bonus comes in. Okay, so if you're doing your mountain climbers, you want to do like 5 and then do a push-up, 5 and then a push-up, that'd be 2 push-ups for 10 mountain climbers. Okay, 10 on each leg. That's what we're going for. If you don't want to do push-ups, that's fine. Just do the mountain climbers or the atomic crunches, both legs at the same time. Make sure you're engaging that core. There you go. Good. I'll let you all finish that round. I'll take one extra break, and then we're going to get after it. Okay. Now, again, you can do as many rounds as possible. So that means you're going to put the hammer down. You're not going to rest. That's fine. Just make sure you do take rest if you need it. If you start feeling like your performance is dropping, maybe take a quick break. If you wanted a specific number, like if you want to time yourself and see how long it takes, it's probably going to take you about 40 seconds. 20-second rest would be good. 30-second would be good. 40-second if you wanted to go 1-to-1. Okay. You don't want too much negative if you're actually looking for rest, because it doesn't really do anything except for slow you down. So keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Coach is ready. You're ready. Let's get going. So that one round does count if you want it to. Ready? Let's go. So if you're pacing with me, okay, I'm going to take rest built in. But if you don't want to rest, that is fine. I'll keep pushing you. We'll keep working. If you have questions about a movement, please let me know. Remember, you're going swings for 10, leg curls or walkouts for 10, push press for 10, and then mountain climbers or atomic crunches for 10. Okay, and if you want to throw that bonus push up in there, you can. See, and I timed that earlier today. I did one round, but I was fresh, and it took about 40 seconds. We're already over 40 seconds. Okay, so keep that in mind too. I didn't do any other workout. When I wrote it earlier, it was totally just go for it and try it, and it was about 40 seconds. A little longer than that now that I'm tired. Okay? Little trick to doing the mountain climber is I count one leg and I just count to 10. Okay? Should give me 10 on each side. I might be off by a half rep or something, but it's pretty good. All right. Coach took his about 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm 2 rounds in, as most of you probably are, if not more. Make sure you're resting. I know a couple of us got lightheaded on Friday last week, so make sure you're staying hydrated when you need to, taking that extra rest. We're pushing hard right now, okay? We're working hard. Hopefully you're learning how to put some of these things together, different movement sequences, different timing. Remember hypertrophy, maybe you go a little longer or you put some pauses into your reps so you can keep the time the same, but have some pauses built in. That time under tension is the key there, okay? Strength and power. Obviously, we'll be there next month, so we'll learn some stuff there. Foundations is just making sure you're doing kind of the base movement. You're practicing it. So when we get to stuff like this, we already know we can overhead press. Now we're adding a little power in, right, with push press, giving a little extra drive. Make sure you're still using those parachutes on the way down. Don't let those arms drop. Crush your shoulders, okay? Especially if you're using heavy weights. Whew. All right. Coach is taking his 20 seconds again. We're on round 4 now, right? I think. So you need to write these things down. 2, 3. Now we're starting 4. 3, 2, I think. No, starting 3. Go. Make sure you're using those hips. This is not a squat. This is a hinge. We're hinging back just like an RDL. And then we're using those hips to drive the weight. Keep your core tight. If you don't, your back will start bothering you. Okay? If your back starts kind of twinging, that's why. Okay? That's why. I'll go walkouts because some of you might be doing walkouts. So keeping my hips high, try not to let any shift happen in those hips. All the way out, all the way back. Keeping my core tight. Making sure I'm breathing through this movement. This is an active rest. It's not the hardest movement we do. Okay? It's more like a foundational movement, but it'll set you up for success because your hamstrings are getting that extra load today. There we go. Good. So if it's an A today, it means C split on Wednesday. So we'll be doing a total body workout on Wednesday. It's going to be high intensity because it's our short day. Okay, so think kind of that fun Friday vibe. A little higher intensity work. Okay, so make sure you come prepared. Extra coffee in the morning. Have that pre-workout ready. Have your nutrition ready for afterwards. If you have friends that love high intensity intervals, bring them along. Okay? Be kind of, I won't say it will be like last month was, but more similar to that Metcon style. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm on 4. Where are you at? Put in how many you get in the chat if you want to share. Okay? We have a pretty amazing community in here. They'll celebrate, I guarantee, and you'll push somebody to go a little bit harder next time. So if you want to share like a halfway mark, we're at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, so you can share your halfway mark, how many rounds you're in at halfway, if you would like. If you're taking a little rest and you want to type. Okay, don't drip on your keyboard. I got to be careful with that. I keep worrying that I'm going to fry my computer before September. Especially how hard we've been working in this class, everybody. Keep it up. Let's go. Let's go. Great job. Remember, it's all 10s across the board. Okay? Like a perfect score. Here we go. We're driving through all the way through this workout. Now, Ashish might be watching this later as a recording, so will some other people. Maybe Pat will follow up. So I just want to thank everybody that's here right now. Okay, and those that might watch the recording. The recording is super awesome. I am trying to be better about getting those uploaded, so keep an eye on it. 3, I'm counting for myself. 3, 2, 1, right? Ah. All right, you're almost at 7 minutes in right now. See, now I'm starting to feel that burn. Now coach is getting tired. Words get harder. We're pushing. You might be pushing harder than me. 2, 1, go. So keep that form good. Keep breathing. You're doing well. Working all the way through. Now, we've talked recovery in this class for a while now. Remember, with added stress and anxiety, maybe your workout doesn't feel as good. So just take those moments when you're just not feeling great to reset and jump back in. Okay, it doesn't have to be a long stop. It could be a pause in between movements. What can happen if we're not ready and we're not mentally focused on the movement, is that's when we can get an injury because we let something slip that we shouldn't, like the core stability or the push press, dropping the weight on our shoulder. So make sure you're ready to get after it. Okay, that's up to you. Unfortunately, I can't see you, right? So you have to be accountable to yourself there. And then bounce in through the workout and push as much as you can, but make sure you're safe and you're ready to compete, okay, for yourself. There you go. Good. Keep working. We're almost there. We're almost there. I know some of you are probably over 10 rounds right now. Coach is on 7, and we're at 9 minutes. I'll get one more in. We're doing good. Let's go. How y'all feeling? How's your day so far? Starting the week off with a bang, right? Jumping in, getting this workout done, feeling good, making sure those hamstrings are getting tired. We're working hard. We're going to finish things out with just super simple cardio at the end, just distance stuff. Okay, so nothing high intensity here at the end. It's going to be more that yellow-green zone. Okay, so you can push, but it's going to be for a longer period of time. So make sure you're ready for that. Okay, we're finishing up here. I'll finish this round. So that means you have some time to finish wherever you're at. We're going to be just a little over the 10-minute mark. Great job. Hopefully you're feeling pretty good. For those that pushed really hard, hopefully you didn't push so hard you got it worn out, right? I got mountain climbers left, and then we'll move into our last quick round, and then we'll clean things out for the day. Okay? All right. Slow that heart rate down a little bit. Great job, everyone. Now, if you want to put in your numbers, you can. I think I did 8 at the end, I think is what I did. 7, maybe 8. I'll have to go back and watch the tape. But we're going to finish things out again with that distance, basically that long distance training, okay? So you got 2 different things you're going to do. You have a minute to get it in. You're going 20 jumping jacks, okay? So you can go fast, obviously. But you've got 20 jumping jacks and then 20 butt kickers. So these are more that distance style running. So it's meant to be a little lower intensity, but keep that heart rate up. Okay, so here you go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you have a minute to get it done. So I know we go back to jumping jacks a lot because it's super simple. It's not hard. It is impact, but it's really good for you as far as keeping you in good shape. So there's a reason it's in PT, right? 20 and 20. And then the rest of that minute is yours to rest. If you beat it, I'll tell you, don't worry. I'm keeping mine slower on purpose because I don't care if I have a lot of rest here. We're going 3 rounds of this. Gave myself about 10 seconds to spare. That's perfect. So this is where you'll see that heart rate should be fairly steady. 2, 1, go. There we go. Finishing it out. Super easy. Kind of a cool down, really. Okay. Even though it's not an official cool down, it does bring you down from that higher intensity. They're doing the big dog challenge today here in Sandpoint, which is the soccer team has to do their fitness test. When I heard that this morning, brings me back to those days. Gave me some anxiety. So we're doing our own little big dog test today. When I was a kid, that was your Cooper test, your 2 miles in under 12 minutes to make varsity. 3, 2, 1, go. They don't do that anymore. I think they do have a mile test. And before you ask, yes, I passed it every year the first time except for my senior year. And I missed it by like, I don't even remember. It was really close. The coach almost gave it to me. I told him no. And I retested the next week. It was because that going into my senior year, I worked all summer. Not that I didn't work before that, but I made sure I still did a lot in the summer when it came to training. My senior year, I just worked with my dad the whole time. I thought it was going to be enough. I was wrong. All right, let's cool down. Nice deep breaths. Let's do that monster walk. Get that good little hamstring stretch in here. Get y'all out of here just a couple minutes early. Reach down, sweep that ankle, switch to the other side, sweep that ankle. Okay, let's get 5 to 10 of those on each side as we kind of close things out today. So like I said last week, right now there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of movement, a lot of flux. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you in this time that we have together still. So make sure you're reaching out to your coaches, reaching out to me. You can always ping me at clintx.carlson@intel.com. Metabolic Challenge is amazing. The class is amazing, but there's a lot of other things to take advantage of while you can. So if you have questions, let me know. I look forward to seeing you in every class that we have together. I will let you know I have some vacation time, so I will be taking some. So I'll make sure I get some videos up on that website so we can continue to go. With that being said, I thank you all so much for joining Metabolic Challenge with me, Coach Clint. Hopefully you're still enjoying class. Hopefully it's something you look forward to on your day-to-day. We did just do hypertrophy and we were on an A-split or a lower pull upper push day. I do want you to continue to practice your mindset. Remember that you can always look at things from 2 sides. You can look and see that it's the worst day ever, or you can flip that and say, hey, this is a great opportunity for me to learn and grow. I'm still trying to get over here. I'm somewhere in the middle between those two. So if you need more help with that, don't forget there's mindset tools out there. You have Headspace. You also have access to like my mind body class tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I've been talking about that a lot in that class. So I thank you all so much for everything you do. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, keep moving, keep grooving, get a little extra nutrition in today. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Remember, it's a C split, so we're going to push really hard, have a lot of fun with it. So bring a friend if you want to. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, Alejandro, Jeanette, John, Josh, Katie, Kim, Manny, Rashri, Jeanette, John. Did I say everybody? Chuck. Yeah, Liz. There you go. Yes, Manny. I have a couple minutes, so if you want to jump in, I'll ping you on Teams. I have a couple minutes before my next meeting, so I'll do that. I'll ping you here as soon as we're done here. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to y'all later. Thank you for those that have reached out and pinged me either on Teams or email. Thank you so much for your kind words. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all. All right, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.